Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Been trying to get a hold of you all night. We haven't talked in months, but that's alright. Was wondering if you wanted to go for a drive.
Oh yeah.
Hi, my name's Ren, and I'm originally from Michigan. Spent a few years in the military, and since my retirement, I've been currently traveling inside Landshark. So,
All right. So what are the specs on your van?
this is a 2500 extended link, high top Ram ProMaster, and it's a 2017.
Okay. When you say extended length, how much more is it?
So this is a 159, and they do make this in a slightly bigger model, but it's only 7 more inches.
Oh, I see.
And the price jump for me, I said I don't need it, so I stuck with this one. That's the. Yep. Originally, when I built my van, I wanted to be able to have a window so that way I could have access to open air, and I didn't want everybody to be able to see what I had inside my van still, so that's why I put up the false wall. And this is all under bed storage. And then that's my fridge right there.
All right. So I see you have that bottle. Can you explain the bottle and what else you use this area for?
I also use this area as my main showering point, and I also use it to dry clothes. Run a bungee cord from here to here. Got 3 different clotheslines, 1, 2, 3. Inside, you actually look in the back there. There is my shower curtain, and it's got boom, and I just use magnets to hold it on the side of the van, and that's how I take my shower. This is it, just old-fashioned pump shower. A lot of us are running it in vans, so. All hand-powered, that's all it is.
Okay. I see inside here you have cladded it with wood. What kind of wood is that, and why did you choose to clad it with wood?
It's simple tongue and groove, if you can see right there. And the reason I chose that was because I always wanted to retire in a log cabin. So I just kind of decided to build mine. Plus, anybody that's scared of woodwork, start here. Tongue and groove, and just like 2x3s, not even 2x4s if you'll notice. And you can make so much stuff, and it's really easy to do. Yeah, you'll make a couple mistakes, but this stuff is really forgiving when you're using it, and that's why it's really easy for ceilings and all kinds of stuff. So. I chose a Camp Chef magic oven, and 2 reasons. One, I like to bake, so I do have an oven built into this, and then you have a double burn range right there, and I can cook inside the van because I have a vent fan, so it's never a problem. But as a last resort, if I don't want to go outside or if it's nasty, I still have this. I got a trucker's lunchbox that runs off 12 volt. Put something in there, leave it in there for about an hour, it works too. So.
When do you use that?
Most of the time when it's raining and nasty, like.
And you use it on your solar?
Yeah, I run it right off my battery, so. Yep, and it's got a simple little plug.
Just DC plug. Cool.
The ProMaster comes with a couple nice storage options actually. So all of them have this shelf, and this is an option. The van I chose just happened to have it. But having these two, it's huge. All my winter stuff is over here. I got all my spare bedding, everything all up here, and it doesn't have to be in the way for the rest of my home. The other thing I did was I put a swivel seat on the passenger seat, and most of the time, if I want to use my computer, I just sit like this. And this is kind of my computer room. But other storage, the front end on this has it all. It's got built-in almost everywhere, so it's actually really efficient. I like it a lot. And I got everything. I got Tide Pods, I got Chaos's leash. I got everything stored down there neatly and clean, so it works well. I didn't really have an option when I was looking around at the stores at Walmart, Dollar Store, even doing beanbags in here, and I wanted something that was built for 2 people and at least give you the option to do that. So I ended up building this little kind of weird L-shaped lounge thing, and again I built it right out of the tongue and groove and some 2x3, so it's not hard. If you think you can do it, you can. So, but that's all I got is outdoor cushions, and wherever you want to suspend, if you use 5/5 parachute cord, that's more than strong enough. And I'm not exactly little, and this will hold me up all day long. So I also needed to include a bunch of under-seat storage, so if you look, you can see my batteries in the back here. I'll talk about those in a sec, but this is my pantry area, and then storage for electronics and gadgets and devices right here. Buddy heater, like most van people. So, but all right. When I was thinking about my power concerns, my goal was to actually be able to have enough battery power to power 2 laptops and 2 phones, which are basically what's stored in here, for a week without sun. So I ended up with a Renogy 400 watt system. This is just my display. It reads out kind of what I'm making from the sun, where my batteries are at, all that stuff. Commander charge controller, and that's 40 watt or 40 amp, excuse me. And then running off of it, I went ahead and did its own separate 12 volt line for all small appliances. So if you want to charge your camera or whatever, boom, I got all kinds of 12 volt plugs, and I put a couple extras in the front too. And then coming off this, going to my batteries underneath this is also my inverter. I have a 2000 watt pure sine inverter that's maxable to 4000 watts. So.
And what are the amp hours on your battery?
My battery amp hours are 155 a piece for 310 amp hours.
Oh, that's really good then.
Yeah, and I can go for about, I wasn't able to achieve my goal of a week, but I got it to 6 days. So.
Awesome. Are you happy with your system?
I love it. I love it. I've never had to charge anything. I don't deep cycle it at all. My power needs are so small, even running my fridge and everything else in here, that it just works great. So for my ventilation needs, I went ahead and went with a Fantastic fan. There's been a lot of debate about Max Air or Fantastic. The reason why I chose a Fantastic fan is because its power draw is much smaller than the Max Air. And again, I was trying to design it out for about a week. Super happy with that fan. Love it. So it draws more than enough air through that window that I don't need AC all the way up to about 85 degrees. So one of the best things I ever installed. Then basically the rest of it, one of the reasons I went with the ProMaster was because it was big enough to mount a full-size bed wheel well to wheel well. Yeah, so again, the Ram ProMaster is actually wide enough to mount a full-size bed from wheel well to wheel well. So I went ahead and did that even with the walling, and it came out to the exact measurements for a full bed. So I have put a memory foam mattress on it, and like, this is the most comfortable, coolest bed I've ever had all the way when I was building forts. So I just kind of live in a log cabin. Put storage up here because that way when I'm going down the road, I can store all of my reflectics and stuff for my windows. Also, I have this available, which can come from here to here. And if I throw packages back here or whatever and I don't want them to be able to come past the bed, the cargo nets hold it all in place and I don't have to worry about it.
So how big is your bed? How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Okay,
so,
and you fit comfortably on that bed.
So, but
awesome.
When I built this entire van, I wanted the setup to be simple. I wanted it to be easy for the next owner and the next one. So for my sink, I went with a simple hand pump. There's no motor you have to worry about, corrosion from batteries, all that stuff. So just use a simple hand pump. and I can keep a gray water 6-gallon and a supply 6-gallon tank down there. I don't currently have it in there right now. Most of the time this ends up being kind of a little bit more of a pantry. But so I have under sink storage that's available. It also makes a little shelf so you can do and set whatever you need to. And then my sink I actually made out of salad bowl. Simple recommendation, if you can find a metal pipe that's sticking straight up, just take your salad bowl and just keep mashing it, and you will make that nice little indentation so that way all the water will drain right out of it. And you have a sink for $10 instead of $210 from the RV store. I built in a little bit more storage underneath the bed. We have 2 dressers, 1 on each side, and then I have the loo right here. So I have a Thetford curve, slides right out, very easy to use, has a water flush and everything, so it's just like a toilet at home. It's the same size, and I love it. It's really easy to empty, you don't get dirty. This was the best option for my needs. And then everybody needs their baby wipes, so make sure you get a big bag because you go through them. And other storage for just little odds and ends stuff. So here's one of the drawers that I'm talking about, and I'm very tall and I have a very long reach, but they're pretty deep. So they go that deep. So if you got a lot of clothes, don't worry about it. You got 3 great big drawers and plenty of room.
Alright, so do you travel by yourself?
I do. I also have a companion though, my dog Chaos. I have a 1-year-old pit bull, American Staffordshire Terrier. Love him to death.
So you say you've been traveling 4 months, and in that 4 months, have you learned anything that you can pass on to maybe someone who's starting, a newbie?
Go with your gut. When I first considered living in a vehicle, I don't do this because I'm financially forced to, like a lot of people that are out there who are struggling. And I did this to just explore my country because I was in the military so long. I saw the rest of the world, but not the United States. And the other thing is, when you're building your home, it's your home. If you want a log cabin like mine, build it. If you want it to look like a spaceship, do it. You can do whatever you want, and there's always an easy way to get around something.
Oh my God, that wind is like kicking in.
Come here. This is Chaos. I'm Ren. Thanks for checking out my ProMasker. His name's Landshark.
I enjoy
See you
sitting
later.
in the car with is you. If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat. We can drive around to the sky and see meet. If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat. I got my hands out the window, feeling the ocean breeze. If it's fine by you, I'll be beside you, staring out the window, looking at the summer view. Fine by you, I'll be next to you. If it's fine by you, I'll be beside you, speeding down the highway with the wind blowing through, everything around us feeling minuscule. If it's fine by